Okay, wanted to take this video to talk about this post that I saw. One of the guys that I don't know why my internet's doing this. One of the guys I'm following on X, and he's actually following me too. But his post that I replied to, I don't know what's going on here. Let me try and find it on his account because this seems to be okay. Okay, where is it? Oh, right here. So, and I've done videos about this in the past, but I think it's worth bringing up again because important pieces of information need to be repeated. So let's get right into it. So, learn how to take pictures is his post, and it's a graph, a chart here of how couples meet in the United States. So we'll kind of quickly go through this. As you can see, neighbors, pretty steady decline. College, pretty consistent, but still declining down here. Uh, grads or grade school, steady decline. Work kind of went up, and then now it's plummeting. Through family, slowly trending down, and then through friends, just fell off a cliff. The only thing that's been trending upwards since 1980 has been online dating. Now, this is a twofold situation. As you can see, my reply right here: dating apps and cold approach in 2025. Because while online dating is great, it shouldn't be your only method, for meeting girls. I think it's a great lead platform, and when you take good pictures, um, and you position yourself properly, and you're in a city with a ton of girls, then you can get insane results. Like, I'm sure if you follow me on X, you've seen some of my results, even on this YouTube channel. I post them. I live in a pretty big metro area, and it's online dating profile. Boom, I can literally have 5 dates in a week, and bang a couple of those girls, and even find like a committed longer term girlfriend, build a rotation. It's so easy to do it because the girls are raising their hand and they're single. It's low friction. But at the same time, while this is true, you see a lot of the content now, even some of my last videos about cold approaching and stuff like that. You still want to meet girls in other ways because it separates you from the average. Because look, over 50% of couples are meeting in the United States from online dating sites. So what does that mean? That means that if you have the balls, and if you have the delusional confidence to meet a girl, like to walk up to a girl or to just start a conversation with a girl and meet her in that way, maybe she's not as looking to date or something right now as a girl on online dating sites, but that's where your game and that's where your conversation ability and skills comes into play, and you just make a different impact in person. Because first of all, that girl may not have dating apps, or even better, maybe she does have them, but now because you met her in person, you are short circuiting the pattern of her meeting guys on dating apps, and you're the guy that approached her in real life, and not just the guy that met her. Even, and again, real life, I don't really consider, like, during the day is way different than going to a nightclub or something. Like, you're supposed to be confident. Like, that's this girl I met last week from cold approach, when we were on like a date. She was like, yeah, it kind of scared me a little bit, like, at first when I approached her, because she was like, I wasn't scared. She was just like, the situation, like, it was kind of new for her, and like she hadn't really experienced that. She's like, yeah, like a lot of guys aren't that like confident unless it's some kind of bar situation or something like that. And she was like, yeah, I was just kind of thrown off by like how confident you were when you're approaching me and things of that nature. So when you're confident with your approach during the day, it's 10 times better than even a night game approach. So because you have nothing to compensate with, you're not like, if you're just wearing, normal clothes, like you're out on a walk or in the city doing whatever, and you approach a girl there, it takes way more balls than having like the liquid courage or whatever, and the social hive mind of like, oh, I can just approach this girl because it's a bar. So this is a twofold thing. Learn how to take pictures 100%. And then even a hack I'll give you right now that I tell guys is as you're dating girls and you're taking pictures with them, or even better, they're taking pictures with you, like, or selfies and stuff of that nature. Because I would never recommend taking a selfie like this, like raising your eyebrows like a lot of guys do. It's not going to work. But if you take a picture with a girl, you can kind of crop her out of the picture and put it on your online dating profile. So, after a couple months to a year or whatever, now you have a bunch of content essentially. So it's like you're just putting yourself and your pre-selection on a dating app. And again, you're not maybe not putting the girl's eyes in the pictures per se, but you're cropping her out, or you could even just put a little thing over her eyes, like some of my posts on X. And now you have social proof and stuff like that. And again, online dating apps, if you don't live in a place where there's a lot of people, like I'd say at least, a couple 100,000 minimum metro or city population, whatever big metro area, and you want to date, then if you don't live there, you need to move there. Or else, I mean, what are you going to do? Start like cold approach girls in the countryside, like on the side of the road? Like, what are you going to do? There's no one around anywhere. So you have to move where the pussy is. That's like step one for online dating. Once you get an online dating site, you need the good pictures. And again, a lot of guys, even myself included, don't have great pictures of themselves because they don't take pictures a whole lot. But you have to kind of get in the habit of, when you're doing cool things or whatever, having someone take a cool picture of you, taking an improv selfie video. That's the exception too. Selfies are low value, but selfie videos of you doing something higher value is valuable. So it's about understanding the nuance of that and then positioning yourself in a different way for most guys on the dating app. And of course, you want to look as good as you can. And that comes from lowering your body fat percentage, like going to the gym, eating healthy, getting good sleep, drinking water, all these things you hear a million times. But that's what goes into taking a good picture too. It's about being the product in the picture that looks appealing. And then, you get all those on there. You have a really sharp bio that is positioning you in a one of one kind of manner. And then now you have this asset that's working for you while you're sleeping 24/7. That's just collecting phone numbers. And you're not trying to, do this thing of winging every conversation with every match. Because ideally, when you do this right and you live in a big city and stuff like that, you're going to be getting like 5-10 matches a day with pretty hot girls. So you're not going to have, over the course of a month or something, you're going to have a couple hundred matches. You can't be winging every conversation. You go crazy doing that. So you run a script, you use the same opener with the girls, you use the same getting her number app because lines do work, or getting her number line because lines work. And then you just start collecting numbers. Now your online dating app profile is just like a lead machine. It's collecting numbers. And because you position yourself in this unique way, girls are going to meet up with you. Then when they meet up with you, not all of them will fuck, but most of them will. And then you have a system for taking them on a walk or taking them for coffee or just getting them to come straight to your apartment if it's the right situation and logistical thing. And that's how it works. But also cold approach too. It's kind of like they say the millionaire has 7 sources of incomes or whatever. You want to have multiple streams of pussy too. So you want to do cold approach and online dating. And then of course through friends, it's like referrals in a way. Family, maybe work, neighbors. That's why I like meeting girls in my apartment complex. Think doing similar things like going on a walk by the lake, meet a girl doing that. So just naturally during the day, that's what I would recommend. So kind of stick to online dating, and then, referrals, friends, that's great. If you have that, you don't need it though. And then make your own luck by approaching girls and talking to girls because they want to be approached by guys. They're lonely. More girls are single now, and it's trending upwards than ever before. So you have to take that initiative because girls, like this girl I met last week that told me about how confident I was and, she liked it and stuff. I was like, oh, is it taboo? Whatever. She's like, no, I liked it. She's like, but I would never do that because girls could never imagine themselves doing that. They're afraid. That's the thing. You can't be afraid of her when she's afraid of you. You're physically bigger than her. You have to approach her. She's never going to approach you. I mean, some girls will very occasionally, but they're probably going to be busted. So you want to approach girls and they want you to approach them. So it works perfectly. And you just kind of start a conversation. Oh, I've seen you around. Are you new here? I haven't seen you before. Or, whatever you want to say. It felt like it'd be weird if I didn't say something to you. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Just start the conversation and then go with the flow. And eventually you get so good at it that you don't have that feeling of doubt or and stuff like that. So online dating and cold approach, all you need in 2025, but you do need online dating. And if you don't want to do it, then that just means there's more for the guys that are doing it. So that's the video. I'll see you next one. Peace.